Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to The Wealth. Jordan Peterson, born June 12, 1962, is a Canadian clinical psychologist and a professor of psychology at the University of Toronto. His main areas of study are in abnormal, social, and personality psychology, with a particular interest in the psychology of religious and ideological belief, and the assessment and improvement of personality and performance. Peterson has a bachelor's degree in political science and psychology from the University of Alberta and a PhD in clinical psychology from McGill University. He was a postdoctoral fellow at McGill from 1991 to 1993 before moving to Harvard University, where he was an assistant and then an associate professor in the psychology department. In 1998, he moved back to Canada as a faculty member in the psychology department at the University of Toronto, where, as of 2019, he is a full professor. But there is a lot more to Jordan Peterson than all of this, so we thought we should discuss who is Jordan Peterson in this video. But guys, before we start, I'd want you to hit that red subscribe button to enter our monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribed and we'll enter you into the giveaway. Number 1. Early life. Peterson was born June 12, 1962 and grew up in Fairview, Alberta, a small town of northwest of his birthplace, Edmonton, in Canada. He was the eldest of 3 children born to Beverly, a librarian at the Fairview campus of Grande Prairie Regional College, and Walter Peterson, a school teacher. His middle name is Bernt, after his Norwegian great-grandfather. When he was 13, he was introduced to the writings of George Orwell, Aldous Huxley, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, and Ayn Rand by his school librarian Sandy Notley, mother of Rachel Notley, leader of the Alberta New Democratic Party and the 17th Premier of Alberta. He also worked for the New Democratic Party throughout his teenage years, but grew disenchanted with the party. He saw his experience of disillusionment resonating with Orwell's diagnosis in The Road to Wigan Pier of the intellectual tweed-wearing middle-class socialist who didn't like the poor, they just hated the rich. He left the NDP at age 18. Number 2. Education. After graduating from Fairview High School in 1979, Peterson entered the Grande Prairie Regional College to study political science and English literature. He later transferred to the University of Alberta, where he completed his BA in political science in 1982. Afterwards, he took a year off to visit Europe. There he began studying the psychological origins of the Cold War, 20th century European totalitarianism, and the works of Carl Jung, Friedrich Nietzsche, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, and Fyodor Dostoevsky. He then returned to the University of Alberta and received a BA in psychology in 1984. In 1985, he moved to Montreal to attend McGill University. He earned his PhD in clinical psychology under the supervision of Robert O. Pill in 1991 and remained as a postdoctoral fellow at McGill's Dougal Hospital until June 1993, working with Pill and Maurice Dongier. Number 3. Career. From July 1993 to June 1998, Peterson lived in Arlington, Massachusetts, while teaching and conducting research at Harvard University as an assistant and an associate professor in the psychology department. During his time at Harvard, he studied aggression arising from drug and alcohol abuse and supervised a number of unconventional thesis proposals. 2 former PhD students, Shelley Carson, a psychologist and teacher from Harvard, and author Greg Hurwitz, recalled that Peterson's lectures were already highly admired by the students. In July 1998, he returned to Canada and took up a post as a full professor at the University of Toronto. Peterson's areas of study and research are in the fields of psychopharmacology, abnormal, neuroclinical, personality, social, industrial, and organizational, religious, ideological, political, and creativity psychology. Peterson has authored or co-authored more than 100 academic papers and has been cited almost 8,000 times as of mid-2017. For most of his career, Peterson had an active clinical practice, seeing about 20 people a week. He had been active on social media, and in September 2016, he released a series of videos in which criticized Bill C-16. As a result of new projects, he decided to put the clinical practice on hold in 2017 and temporarily stopped teaching as of 2018. Number 4. YouTube channel podcasts. In 2013, Peterson began recording his lectures and uploading them to YouTube. His YouTube channel has gathered more than 1.8 million subscribers, and his videos have received more than 65 million views as of August 2018. In January 2017, he hired a production team to film his psychology lectures at the University of Toronto. He used funds received on the crowdfunding website Patreon after he became embroiled in the Bill C-16 controversy in September 2016. His funding through Patreon has increased from $1,000 a month in August 2016 to $14,000 by January 2017, more than $50,000 by July 2017, and over $80,000 by May 2018. In December 2018, Peterson decided to delete his Patreon account after Patreon's controversial bans of political personalities. Peterson has appeared on many podcasts, conversational series, as well as online shows. In December 2016, Peterson started his own podcast, the Jordan B. Peterson Podcast, which has included academic guests such as Camille Pagila, Martin Daly, and James W. Penbaker. On his YouTube channel, he has interviewed Stephen Hicks, Richard J. Heyer, and Jonathan Haidt, among others. In March 2019, the podcast joined Westwood One Network with Peterson's daughter as a co-host on some episodes. Peterson supported engineer James Damore in his action against Google. Alright guys, this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it, hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, if you could please check out one of the 2 videos you're seeing on screen right now, it really does help us out. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.